The Last of Us Part 2 released in 2020 and quickly became one of the most controversial games of that year. And with this game getting a remaster this year, I thought it would be the perfect time to get this game's Platinum Trophy. And along with the Platinum Trophy, I will also be going for all the DLC trophies, including the new No Return mode. But before we get into all of that, our first step to this Platinum Trophy is to complete the main story. We start the game off by getting introduced to all of the new items you can craft and all the player upgrades you can learn. And it was here where I got my first trophy of the playthrough for learning my first player upgrade. And after fighting our way through some infected, we make it to a safe house where we are introduced to weapon upgrades. This is where I got my second trophy for upgrading a weapon. Oh, there we go, Tinkerer. Upgrade a weapon. Now after we make it past some tragic cutscenes,
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No!
this brings us to Seattle Day 1, and it was at the beginning of this chapter where I got another trophy for collecting 5 trading cards. Ooh, trophy, starter set. Now there's also another trophy related to these trading cards called Master Collector for collecting all 48 cards, but we'll get to that later. Not too long after that trophy, I was exploring a random bank where I found an engraved ring which popped my next trophy, So Great and Small. And after making our way through a ton of enemies after being ambushed, I managed to gather up enough parts to fully max out a weapon, which gave me my next trophy. There was also a similar trophy to this that I got shortly after for learning all player upgrades in one branch. And there we go, Specialist. We then continued on with the story and made it to a flashback Ellie had with her and Joel visiting a museum for her birthday. And this is where I got the trophy Looks Good on You for putting a hat on Joel. We then made it to the end of Ellie's chapters, and things took a turn for the worst.
Hands in the air, I shoot this one too.
Don't you do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up! I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There is no cure because of me. I am the one that you want.
You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
We then have to play as Abby, and before leaving the facility, we get our next trophy for winning the marksmanship competition. Right after this trophy, I went to upgrade some of my weapons, and this gave me the trophy In the Field for finding 12 workbenches. Oh, trophy, in the field. Find 12 workbenches. This was only half the workbenches I needed to find, because later I would have to find 25 for the trophy Prepared for the Worst. But for now, I continued on with the story where Abby would be looking for her friend Owen. And while we look for Owen, we come across some ran down buildings where we find a secret artifact, which pops our next trophy. As we continue on our path, we run into a bunch of enemies where Abby pulls a Mike Tyson, but eventually gets knocked out, bringing us to another flashback. And it was here where I got the trophy Put My Name Up for getting the high score in the archery game. After this flashback, Abby wound up finding Owen at an aquarium where they do some crazy things. This then leads me to my next trophy, Journeyman, for finding all training manuals in the game. We then make our way to the top of an insanely tall building where I started crafting some items, and this gave me the trophy Tools of the Trade for crafting every item in the game. After making our way across the giant tower in the sky, we made it to an abandoned hospital where we run into the Rat King. After defeating him, we get 2 trophies. The first one was for collecting 5 coins, and the second one was for learning 25 player upgrades. We then make it back to the tragic scene at the theater from Abby's perspective, and it was here where we got into a fight with Ellie. After finishing this fight, Ellie tried to live a happy life with Dina in a farmhouse, but she couldn't stop thinking about Joel's death and she needed her revenge. And not too long after looking for Abby, we got our next trophy called High Caliber for finding every weapon in the game. We then find Abby and force her to fight us, and instead of killing her, Ellie decides to just let her live, and this ends the story, giving us our final trophy of the first playthrough.
Take him.
After completing my first playthrough, I decided to check out the new No Return mode. This mode has 13 separate trophies from the main game, but I wanted the 100%, so I decided to get all of these as well. This mode lets you play as a ton of characters from the main game and do missions where you face either infected or normal enemies. In between these missions, you can also craft a ton of upgrades and buy items from the store with currency earned in-game. After completing all missions in one run, you then face a boss, and there's a trophy I would have to get for beating every boss in the game. Before that trophy, I was getting a bunch of easy trophies like this one for killing 12 enemies in a hunter encounter. I also got a trophy for getting kills with 5 different weapons in an assault encounter. After completing missions, you are given a rank based on how well you did, and this got me my next trophy for getting an S rank. There were also 2 trophies I was heavily focused on while completing these runs. In order to get these, you have to complete all challenges for all the characters in that specific faction. These challenges were very easy, and they just consisted of things like buying weapons on certain characters or killing enemies in a certain way. And while doing these challenges, this gave me the perfect opportunity to get the trophy for winning a run with every character. Before getting that trophy, I finished the last challenges I needed, giving me the Team Ellie and Team Abby trophies. I then got the roll call trophy for winning a run with all characters. And before we can get to the painful trophy that is May Your Death Be Swift, I popped a bunch of other easy trophies. Now we get down to one of the hardest trophies in this entire game, and that is May Your Death Be Swift. In order to get this trophy, you have to complete a daily run on Grounded, which is the hardest difficulty in the game. The thing that makes this hard is since you have to do this on a daily run, you only get one try every 24 hours, and this led to some intense moments. Come on, let me move. No way! Why are they all pushing like that, bro? I'm not gonna be able to get this trophy, bro. This thing is just taking way too long, bro. The fact that I have to wait 24 hours to do it again, bro. Yep, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, what day am I on? Day 10 now already, bro? This trophy's never happening, dude. Bro, one bullet takes me out, and now it's a 24-hour countdown until I can do this, bro. This is what I mean. Oh, I guess I'll, have to try again in 24 hours. And after literal weeks of attempting this trophy, I found out about the combat accessibility menu. What this menu does is it makes the enemies a lot easier to kill by reducing their accuracy and reducing their perception, while also increasing my dodge and my prone ability. On my first attempt with these settings on, I made it farther than ever before. There we go. Oh my god. This is the first time since I've started doing this that I will ever have reached a boss fight. No, bro, there's just too many coming at me. I can't reload or anything, bro. After that tragic death, I waited until the next day to give it another try, and I reached the boss fight again. No, bro, there's a dog. Yep, there's a dog, bro. It's like, I can't do anything to that. After this death, I decided to take a break from the no return mode and go for the trophy Dig 2 Graves for completing the main game on Grounded mode. I started off my playthrough and I was going through it pretty fast at first with almost no problems at all, and I got a little cocky. Look at that, no deaths. This is gonna be way too easy. I guarantee you, I'm not gonna get any more than 50 deaths before I finish this game on Grounded. And I would wind up eating those words not even 20 minutes later when I reached chapter 10, where I had to fight through a bunch of enemies in a school. I started this chapter with 1 death, and that number quickly started to build up. I have nothing to fight this, bro. We're already gonna start with this no ammo stuff already, dude. And by the time I finished the chapter, I had a total of 38 deaths. 38 deaths later and we get out of there. I could still go for that, less than 50 to be honest. And right when I ran into my first group of shamblers, I sadly passed the 50 death mark. And there's 50 deaths, great. And there were plenty more deaths to come because when I got to the Seraphites chapter, I didn't know how I was gonna pass this. Nah, bro, I couldn't move anymore. I just missed the jump. Bro, out of everything I could have died to in that moment, I'd missed the jump. And that chapter added 24 deaths to my counter. We then make it to the hardest chapter that I've come across so far. Oh, this dog, bro, these damn dogs. That didn't hit me. Nope, nope. I just gotta send it now. Killed 4 of them, please. Just come on. This is a whole. I don't know if I should just be happy or just disappointed that this took me damn near 30 deaths to do this. This brings us to the bloater boss fight, and this is where I really started to lose my mind. This gas is gonna kill me. Oh my god. I'm gonna literally bust something open. Oh, this guy's riding the boat with no license right now. But after a ton of deaths later, I was able to take him down. Oh my god, I got him. Oh my god. Bro, I low-key killed him so quick there. What did I do differently? I guess it was the shotgun shells. It had to have been the shells. After this boss fight, we then play as Abby, which means we are halfway done with this story. And I started off with no issues. I was cruising by with a few deaths here and there, but nothing too crazy. That was until I reached the hardest part in this entire game. I went from 162 deaths to 203 by the time I finished this part, which means I died a total of 41 times here. After a ton of failed attempts, I decided to just run in a circle as long as I could, and it wound up working. Dude, there's one more thing left, bro. Come on. I have nothing to kill this guy with, bro. Oh my god. Please. Go. Oh my god. Never again will I ever do that, bro. And as I continued through the story, I didn't run into many problems at all. I had a few deaths here and there, but nothing too hard. That was until we made it to the final chapter of the game where I had to fight a bunch of enemies with armor to get to Abby for the final fight of the game. Since I was so close to the end of the game, I wasn't even getting mad. I was just trying to lock in to get this over with. Come on. Oh my god, come on. Why are there so many people here? Please, the door's right there. This is freedom. Oh. Oh my god, I just beat the game. I don't think it's physically possible to lose the Abby fight. So I went on to defeat Abby, which finished the story, giving me my next trophy. And there we go, 285 deaths later. I think I might have broke the world record for most deaths it actually took to beat grounded mode. There we go, dig 2 graves. Complete the story on grounded, man. Now that we have the grounded run complete, I jumped right back into the no return mode, and on my first attempt back, I made it to the boss fight. The Seraphite Elite boss. I don't remember doing this one, so hopefully it's not too hard. Bro. They really have explosive arrows. I'm never doing this, bro. As you can see, that didn't go so well, but I came back the next day and made it to the same boss fight and was more locked in than ever before. Oh my god, that's one down. No.
Don't let her escape!
Oh my god. No. No. Come on, this is the last enemy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me that trophy right now. Oh, may your death be swift. I'm off this game. Never again. But I wasn't done just yet. Now I had to go back through the main story again and grab all the collectibles, and I did this on the easiest permadeath setting for the trophy You Can't Stop This. This game has a total of 227 collectibles, and these are 127 artifacts, 32 coins, 30 journal entries, 48 trading cards, 25 workbenches, and 14 safes. Alongside these collectibles, I went for the trophies Survival Expert for learning all player upgrades and Arms Master for fully upgrading all weapons. In the very beginning of my collectible grind, I got the miscellaneous trophy called Sightseer for visiting every location in downtown Seattle. And as I kept going through the story, I was grabbing a ton of these collectible related trophies. But this next trophy I got was for learning all player upgrades. I also got the trophy for collecting all coins in the game. We then got the Arms Master trophy for fully upgrading all weapons in the game. And we finished the game giving us the trophy You Can't Stop This for completing it on permadeath. And you might be wondering why we didn't get the platinum, and that is because I missed some artifacts and trading cards, so I had to go back and grab those. Luckily, this game has an amazing chapter select feature which let me go back to the exact points I needed for my last few collectibles. This then gave me my last 2 trophies and of course the platinum trophy.